part of the program, would you please join me in the flag salute? Before we begin, I would like to take a moment to offer our chamber sponsors an opportunity to say a few words. First, we're going to hear from DMR Architect Director of Business Development, Mayor Colleen Marr. Shocking that I got DMR to be a sponsor, right?
So really on behalf of myself, Lloyd Rosenberg, who is our founder and president, DMR is one of the top New Jersey architects and construction design firms that operates in Bergen County. And we have the pleasure of doing a tremendous amount of work on the local level, and we deal with a lot of dynamic and vibrant elected women and women in municipal government. So it was a natural synergy for us to step in and be one of the sponsors tonight. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor Marr. Next, we invite PKA Technologies CEO Felice Katz to say a few words.
Hi, everybody. Good evening. First of all, thank you for the opportunity. This is a great thing for us. We're a women-owned business. We're an IT solution provider. We service the state of New Jersey, all its counties, and go NJLM. Thank you so much for the opportunity. Looking forward to engaging with all of you.
Thank you. Again, I want to thank all of our sponsors, and please make sure you stop by their booths on the exhibit floor if you've not already done so. The League Executive Board established the Women in Municipal Government Committee to encourage the active involvement and full participation of elected female municipal officials in local government. Our mission is to continue the strong tradition of education and professional development of women officials. Our primary goal is to encourage the active involvement and full participation through venues such as professional development seminars, mentoring, and networking opportunities, such as the cocktail reception, which used to be a breakfast. So it's so nice to see that we have many more people than we would have normally had at our 8 a.m. breakfast on Thursday morning. We are a resource for women in municipal office. We believe it is important to encourage networking. Each year we like to begin this event with the statistics on the number of women in elected office. In a state where females comprise 51.1% of the population, only 87 out of the 565 mayors are female. Out of the 2,892 governing body members, only 790 are female. The numbers are not much better at the state level. 33% of state assembly representatives and 25% of state senators are female. At the federal level, of our 12 congressional delegates, 2 are women. Along with honoring tonight's outstanding women in municipal government, we hope you enjoy this format and take the opportunity to connect and network with your peers from around the state. I'd now like to introduce our league president, Mayor of Fanwood, Colleen Marr, for opening comments. Ladies and gentlemen, Colleen Marr.
Well, good evening, everyone. How are we doing? Are we having a good conference? All right. So as you know, there's well over 100 sessions that go on during this conference over 3 days. There's almost 1,000 vendors that are on the floor of the exhibit. We know it can be overwhelming, but we also know that it can be very, very rewarding. So as I finish up my year as the president of the League of Municipality, your president, I want to just tell you how honored I have been to be the face of this organization, to be representing your voices in Trenton and across New Jersey. And I'm especially excited to be part of this Women in Municipal Government. We cannot underscore the need for more women to step up and be elected into office. I am one of less than 80 women directly elected. Raise your hand if you are an elected mayor here in the room, female. Stand up. There we go. Now keep on standing. Keep on standing. Now I would like all the council or deputy mayors that are women to please stand. All the women that are council and deputy. Are we not a beautiful and diverse group? Beautiful and diverse group. I would also like to acknowledge and thank our Assembly Speaker, Craig Coughlin, who is in the room here tonight. Shout out to the Woodbridge contingent. But not to be outdone by the Hackensack contingent, I am sure. And all others. So really, this is a great opportunity just to shine a light on some wonderful women who are doing great things. And so thank you very much for being here with us tonight.
As we continue the year-long celebration of the 100th anniversary of the 19th Amendment, which granted women the right to vote, which I don't know if anyone was in our session before, but women actually were allowed to vote in 1787 in the state of New Jersey, as long as they were worth at least 50 pounds. Worth. Net worth. Not weight, no. Because we were still using the other currency. Anyway. We thought it's fitting for Secretary of State Tahisha Way, co-chair of the New Jersey Women Vote, the 19th Amendment at 100, make some welcoming remarks. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming my good friend, Madam Secretary Tahisha Way.
Good evening. I tell you, before I speak about the 19th, I just want to acknowledge two ladies who rock. Madam President Colleen Meyer, let's show her some love. And my good friend, Mayor Janice Kovach. Now I'm going to try to keep with my adopted speech-giving mantra of being sincere, be brief, and be seated. Yeah, now we can get started. Now, as all know, on August 26, 1920, the right to vote was extended to women. And that moved our nation forward to a more perfect union. Simply put, without the 19th Amendment, we would not be here in this room, because this fundamental right is our voice in public life. As New Jersey's top election official, I am mindful every day how powerful this precious right is for all Americans. And together with First Lady Tammy Murphy, we chair the NJ Women's Vote 100 initiative, celebrating the 100th anniversary of women's suffrage. Yes, almost 70 organizations are all in, and we're spending this upcoming year, making sure that we tell the complete story, recognizing that the 19th Amendment was the culmination of decades of struggle and advocacy for women and our allies. And telling the whole story also means acknowledging that while this moment was historic, for many, there were still those disenfranchised throughout the United States for decades after the enactment. So in that spirit, let me share some ways I hope you'll each join us in recognizing NJ Women's Vote 100 in the weeks and the months ahead. A few weeks ago, we kicked things off with our campaign video called Women Vote Wednesdays. The First Lady and I filmed a short conversation about our perspectives on the right to vote and its impact on our history. I hope you'll find and film your own nonpartisan Women Vote Wednesday video. Share what the right to vote means to you, a powerful voting memory, or what you want young women to understand about this historic milestone. And then tag the NJ Women Vote 100 social media accounts on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. You can also join us in February of next year in teaching the importance of civic education, as students from grades 4 through 12 participate in mock elections surrounding February 9th, which was the date when New Jersey ratified the 19th Amendment. Later in the spring of 2020, we will host the Suffrage Slow Roll, a go-at-your-own-pace bicycle ride along New Jersey Women's Heritage Trail. You may be wondering what connection a bike ride has to women's suffrage. Well, let me speak the words of Elizabeth Cady Stanton, who once said, "Let me tell you what I think of bicycling. I think it has done more to emancipate women than anything else in the world. I stand and rejoice every time I see a woman ride by on a wheel, the picture of free, untrammeled womanhood." And of course, we'll conclude with two huge events: the Women's Equality Day celebration in Trenton on August 27th, and a recreation of the Women's Suffrage March on September 26th in New Brunswick. So to close, it is shaping up to be a great year to celebrate women's leadership, and I am thrilled to stand alongside my sisters in this room and throughout New Jersey as we celebrate NJ Women 100 Vote and the many women like this evening's dynamic honorees who have made their mark on our history in the century since. And for more information, you can go to our website, discoverynjhistory.org. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Madam. I come up here, the lights go off. Thank you, Madam Secretary. I do like saying that. Anybody watch that show? I will add, on behalf of both Mayor Marr and Mayor Howard, to challenge each of you to also do that video. We just talked about it. We're going to do it while we're here. Please, the only way we're going to raise awareness and really make a difference is to get the word out. And we are better than anyone about getting out the information when we really want to push it. So please make sure you tag through the social media, either Instagram, Facebook, or Twitter. Do your video, do your post, follow them so that you can then start retweeting or re-Instagramming or sharing on Facebook what it is they're putting out as well. Thank you. I'd like to introduce now Mayor Howard, who will continue the program.
Thank you. Before I announce our awardees, introduce our awardees, I want to express welcoming from Atlantic City Acting Mayor Marty Small, who was not able to be here tonight. But now I get on to the fun part of the evening, and when I read out the biographies and the contributions of each of our awardees, it will be so awesome. These women have accomplished so much through their careers, and it is really an honor to award them and recognize them tonight. On behalf of the League of Municipalities, we have 5 outstanding women in municipal government awardees this year. And each woman has made contributions to encourage the active involvement and full participation of women in municipal government. As I talk about each honoree, I would ask her to come up And our first honoree is Perth Amboy Mayor Wilda Diaz. Wilda is currently serving her third term after becoming the city's first female mayor. After spending 20 years in banking, Mayor Diaz most notably has taken an unwavering stance to stabilize the city's financial condition. While continuing to combat inherited debt, Mayor Diaz has achieved and maintains an A+ bond rating for the city. Mayor Diaz has championed plans for the development and preservation of arts, history, and culture. Her active outreach and promotion of business advocacy has welcomed major corporations to Perth Amboy and attracted over $500 million in corporate investments, creating local jobs and beautifying and remediating vacant industrial properties. Mayor Diaz has served as president of the New Jersey Urban Mayors Association. She chairs the League's Management Reform Committee and Intra-Municipal Affairs Legislative Committee, and is a member of Perth Amboy's Merchants Association, as well as is serving as chair of Perth Amboy's Redevelopment Agency. We are honored to congratulate Mayor Diaz.
Thank you, Mayor Howard. It's such an honor for me to receive this award on behalf of the City of Perth Amboy. I am joined by many of my co-workers. Thank you so much for being here celebrating this moment with me. But I do want to also thank an amazing president. Colleen Moore has been a friend of mine for many years. She's done a great job as president. I want to thank her and the whole entire League of the New Jersey League of Municipalities. But I also want to congratulate some of the most amazing women that are being honored this evening. You know, they made such contributions for the betterment of our communities. And I've had the honor of working closely with many of them. So again, kudos to each and every one of you. I'm glad to see so many elected officials here, because women make huge contributions. We could also serve on leadership roles, but also be at the forefront of making a huge difference for the communities that we serve. So thank you and enjoy yourselves.
Our next honoree is Hackettstown Mayor Maria Di Giovanni. Mayor Di Giovanni is currently serving her third term as mayor after having served 6 years on the council. Mayor Di Giovanni is the second female mayor in her town's 166-year history. With over 30 years of experience at various banking institutions, Mayor Di Giovanni oversaw the town becoming totally debt-free and adopting a pay-as-you-go policy in 2017. As CEO of the town, which is home to Mars Wrigley Confectionery, Centenary University, and Hackettstown Medical Center, Mayor Di Giovanni initially ran to improve relationships with local businesses, which included the revitalization of the downtown. Businesses that were once taking a downturn after a dip in the economy are now thriving thanks to Hackettstown's Business Improvement District. Mayor Di Giovanni is a member of the Board of Directors of the New Jersey Conference of Mayors, as well as a member of the Hackensack University Medical Center that is generating $4 million per year in new city revenue. Wait a minute, I'm sorry, I think I have that was a mistake. Pages got stuck together, I apologize. She's also a member of the Foundation for Hackettstown Medical Center Board and a member of the Hackettstown Rotary Club. Congratulations, Mayor Di Giovanni.
Thank you, Mayor Howard. It's easy to confuse Hackettstown and Hackensack. It happens all the time. But I am truly humbled to receive this award with the impressive women who are receiving their awards tonight. You know, I want to thank Jim Perry for actually putting my name out there for this, so thank you, Jim. The only remark I will make is when I had a visit in 2004 or 5 from Assemblyman John DeMeo to run for council, he encouraged me to do so. I didn't believe in myself, but John believed in me, so I really want to thank Assemblyman DeMeo. And the message I will leave is always leave every option open, never say never, and as women leaders, it's our responsibility to assist and help the women who come after us, because I was encouraged to do so. So that's the message I will leave, but thank you very much.
And now we are going to talk about Hackettstown. Tonight, Hackensack, boy, it's been a long day. Tonight, we also recognize the achievements of Hackensack's Deputy Mayor, Kathleen Canestrino. Who, serving for the past 6 years, has guided the 2019 municipal budget to have a 0 municipal tax increase, with projections of a 0% increase for the next 4 years. An active participant in the city's downtown redevelopment efforts, Deputy Mayor Canestrino played a leading role in negotiating an historic agreement between the city and Hackensack University Medical Center that is generating $4 million per year in new city revenue. A retired Honeywell aerospace engineer, Deputy Mayor Canestrino is a member of the Teterboro Airport Noise Abatement Advisory Committee, and with the FAA and local residents, she is working to create a new flight plan for Teterboro that diverts air traffic away from the city's high-rise buildings and medical center. Deputy Mayor Canestrino is an active member of the city's redevelopment committee and liaison to Hackensack Regional Chamber of Commerce. Congratulations, Deputy Mayor Canestrino.
That's fine. Don't worry. He told me I have to keep it to 1 minute, so anyone who knows me knows I had to write down my words or it would be way over 1 minute. It's truly an honor to be recognized alongside our state's top female achievers receiving this year's Outstanding Women in Municipal Government Award. I must thank the members of the Committee for the Women of Municipal Government for fostering a culture where women are supported and encouraged to reach high-level government positions. It is also a privilege to be the Deputy Mayor in a city that values inclusion and diversity, one which I am very proud to be a part of. As a retired aerospace engineer, I have been something of a trailblazer myself, and I look forward to continue to support, mentor, and enable women to achieve their goals. We have all heard the phrase, when women support other women, incredible things happen. That is what is in the air here tonight. In Hackensack, we are fortunate to have women holding 2 out of 5 council seats. We also have a long list of well-established women managing our city. I would like to recognize them all here tonight. They share in my success and in receiving this award. Thank you.
Our next honoree is Elizabeth Councilwoman at Large, Patricia Perkins August. She is currently serving her 7th consecutive term as an at-large council representative. She is the only female member of the 9-member council and is commissioner for the State Division of Civil Rights. Bringing 25 plus years of experience in community building, leadership, and organizational structure, the councilwoman's professional, governmental, and grassroots knowledge helps her to develop solutions for issues impacting individuals and families, corporate and nonprofit sectors throughout the community. Councilwoman Perkins August continues to develop programs to assist local residents with initiatives centered on continued workforce development, particularly second chance initiatives for residents seeking a fresh start and employment after incarceration. She advocates primarily by providing a pathway out of poverty for youth and young adults by providing access to educational and employment opportunities. Congratulations, Elizabeth, Dean of Council, Councilwoman Perkins August.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you so much. I truly want to thank my good friend here, Colleen. She always says, we just have to help each other. And I know she really believes that, and she has helped a lot of women and supported a lot of women. And what's so important about that, it's like you don't have to talk to a person every day, you don't have to see them, you don't have to work with them, but when you need them, you know they're there. And that's the most important thing about women helping and engaging women to move higher, to break ceilings, to clean up our communities, to take leadership. It's like we gotta know that we are here for each other. I need to recognize a whole lot of people in the room who came out for me. Starting with my mom, she's 82 years old, and she's very strong. And I have my sisters, there's some freeholders, there's a dynamic freeholder contingent in Union County. I want to thank Sunshine. I see Sunshine is here. The freeholder chair is here. Was here Betty Jane Kowalski, who also, thank you, Betty Jane. These are some strong, silent women. You know, all of us don't have to be loud. Some of us need to be loud, but all of us don't have to be loud to really get work done. I want to thank my good friend, the council president from the city of Newark, Mildred Crump. We go way back. Thank you so much. And we used to not commemorate, but we need to commiserate being the only women on our council for so long. But Mildred finally was able to bring another female on her council. And I'm hoping that happens someday soon in the city of Elizabeth. But until then, we're going to keep fighting, we're going to keep working, and I'm just really happy about this because sometimes you think your work goes unnoticed and unappreciated. And when you get stuff like this, it makes it all worthwhile and you can push a little forward. So again, to all of those who came out, thank you so very much. Susan Harrison, the first elected African-American woman, and Summit, and I can go on and on and on about all the collectiveness in this room. My good friend, what makes it so important to me is that my good friend, Wilda Diaz, I remember her, when she was like, I'm running for council. I'm like, no, you're gonna run for mayor, you'll do okay. And I said, when people say no, at least they're listening. So when you hear no, ladies, at least they're listening. So just keep pushing forward. That no, you normally will turn into a yes, because you know we're very persistent, right, ladies? Right, okay, thank you so much, and I appreciate it, and I thank everyone for this award. God bless.
Okay, and our final recognition goes to Woodbridge Chief of Staff and Executive Director of Woodbridge Redevelopment Agency, Caroline Ehrlich. As Chief of Staff, Caroline Ehrlich spearheaded Greenable Woodbridge's advancement and implementation of many innovative, forward-thinking, and sustainable initiatives and programs. Under Executive Director Ehrlich's leadership, the Redevelopment Agency partnered with the New Jersey Department of Environmental Protection and led the way in remediation of brownfield sites back to productivity. The restoration of the Woodbridge Waterfront Park is a signature accomplishment. Caroline and the Redevelopment Agency successfully attracted the redevelopment of industrial, commercial, and warehouse projects that resulted in the implementation of pilot agreements, producing millions of dollars in recurring tax ratables, and pilot funding to improve school district facilities and infrastructure. Caroline was instrumental in advancing the Red Oak project, the construction of a new senior housing center. The Red Oak project paves the way for the development of downtown Woodbridge as a transit destination. As a Woodbridge Municipal Councilwoman, Caroline Ehrlich led fundraising efforts and organized volunteers, leading to the creation of the Woodbridge Community Playground. She was instrumental in the development and success of numerous township programs and services, including Tooling Around the Township, a program that organizes teams of local community volunteers to make repairs to homes of seniors, disabled, and low-income residents unable to do so themselves. Again, please congratulate Caroline Ehrlich.
It's not my fault. So I want to start off by giving a big hug to Colleen. You can't have a better friend in the world than Colleen. Shout out to the League of Municipalities. They do so much for every town, and you can't even imagine how much Craig Coughlin, the speaker, he hears from the league all the time about what the towns need, what the municipalities need, and so a big, big shout out to the League of Municipalities. So, women can and do have an amazing impact in government, and what we need to do is, as young girls start to look for a career path, and that can start as early as 8th grade. We have to let them know how all of us women in here love our jobs. It's great, it's exhilarating, it's exciting, and we have to get that message to them so more women join us. My generation, the generation that came before me, what happened to a lot of women was they literally had to claw their way into government and to climb up the ladder in government. That's pretty much done. Most of us now have a much easier path. We're leading, we're mentoring, and we're helping people through. We have to continue to do that so women grow in government. Yeah! Women's success in government is municipalities' success. Thanks to all of the women that I work with all the time, you can see Woodbridge has an amazing team of both great men and women, led by the great mayor, John McCormick. Thank you so much.
Well, what a group of women. And can we have a round of applause for all of our women? So I'd like to thank you for coming tonight. And before we adjourn, I would just like to say, if you are more interested in becoming involved with our group, please see Lori Buckaloo, who she's in the back there. Lori, give a wave. We'd love to have you join us and help us make more progress in reaching out to women. Have a wonderful evening. Enjoy the rest of the conference.